Today we're speaking with a man who's currently incarcerated, but his story goes far beyond prison walls. This is about identity, fatherhood and pain, mental struggles, hope and legacy, and breaking cycles. Let's get into it. What's your name and where are you from?
Hey, my name is Jakari Gardner, and I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
So, when you said the world normalizes being a felon instead of fighting for your rights, what does that really mean to you?
To me, it means that everybody is not guilty of their charges, but often take a plea just to be able to get home to their family. So it's normalized, and then it become a cycle.
How did it feel the moment you realized people started seeing you as just a felon instead of being a human?
It was really hurtful, and it was disappointing, being that I'm not a person that committed any crime that or the crime that I'm currently charged with, but I'm being judged and put in a category of a criminal.
Do you feel like incarceration strips people of their identity? If so, why?
Yes, I do, because people start to lose faith and hope. Then they start to lose focus of what life is really about, and what their priorities consist of.
What's one thing you wish the outside world truly understood about men who are incarcerated?
Uh, I want them to know, even for men that have did the crime, that should not define who they are. Everyone is still human beings, regardless of the choices that they have made in the past, and they can always start a new chapter, turn a new leaf.
You said you were broken at one point. What did that broken moment look like for you?
It looked like giving up at a point in time. When I was broken, I experienced a lot of pain and discouragement.
What made you shift from that place of hurt and sorrow into a mindset of fighting and growth?
I'm gonna have to say God and my mother, but mostly my mother, because if it wasn't for her, I would have never turned to God.
Was there a specific moment or realization that changed everything for you?
Yeah, the thought of losing the opportunity to be in my child's life, my daughter's life, and also when I lost my love of my life and weren't able to be at her funeral.
You said you never had the chance to hold your daughter or see her in person. How does that affect you on a daily basis?
Well, when I was younger, it used to hurt, but then I started to use the hurt, and it made it motivate me. So it actually gave me strength to keep fighting and pushing to get to my daughter.
That's strength right there. What goes through your mind when you think about the role of father in a child's life?
An individual who is supposed to protect, teach, and guide their child with discipline and structure, all while loving them.
You mentioned that not having a father can impact what a young woman looks for in a man. Can you speak more on that?
Yes. I feel like it's important for a father being his daughter's life, because young women, they're not being taught the qualities of what to look for in a man if their dad's not in their life, and how a man is supposed to treat her. But if they are taught this, then they'll grow up thinking. If they're not taught this, they'll grow up thinking it's okay to let a man disrespect them.
If your daughter could hear you right now, what would you want her to know?
That your dad loves you with all his heart and will be with you soon to make sure I have and provide her the best life while being involved in everything that she does.
That's real because even from where you are, you're still thinking like a father. You talked about breaking generational curses. What does that look like in real life for you?
It looks like showing my child a different way of life and raising her in a different environment than what I was raised in, and being present and blessing her with a father who spends quality time with her, which is opportunities I didn't get to have.
How do we stop incarceration from being a revolving door for men in our communities?
I feel like we need to have more involvement in the community with resources and qualities which keep boys and younger and the youth from wanting to invest their time in any negativity. We have men introduce this type of lifestyle early in the stages of their lives that impact their choices later on in life.
What role does accountability play in changing your future?
Oh, it plays a huge role, being that I have no more room to make any mistakes in life, which I know that could cause me from being from my mother, my daughter, and my little sister. I just hate the fact that the thought of knowing I won't be able to protect the women that I love in my life.
What does redemption mean to you personally?
To me, it means overcoming the odds of how people perceive you when they look at you. I want to be a positive role model for the youth and for people who have been misled.
Okay. How do you plan to prove to yourself and the world that this doesn't define you?
I plan on coming back into society, making sure to be successful with my life goals and be thorough with my choices, which includes taking care of my responsibilities and legally being free from anything hanging over my head.
What kind of father do you still believe you can be?
I feel like I am able to be a loving, stern, very understanding father who my daughter can always depend on no matter what.
Okay. So what message would you give to other men who feel like they've lost hope while incarcerated?
I want to tell them never lose hope. I would like to tell them to pray for redemption, pray for strength, to help them get through whatever they may be dealing with at the time. Also, pray to overcome depression and being discouraged like I once was.
Your situation may not define you, but your mindset can. This is what Felons of Fathers is about: breaking cycles, restoring fathers, and rebuilding families. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Ms. Diamond.